classless, cloddish, clownish Clarence, with no clearance, does the unthinkable.
Unbelievable!
The cammer didn't honk because he loves Jesus. He honked because he didn't want to meet Jesus. And you're about to see some super sweet instant karma, as dumbass, dim-witted, doltish Donovan proves he doesn't value common sense and safety any more than I value a cordless jump rope, as he does this. Let's back this up a smidge. Look who it is. California Highway Patrol. Now the karma. Cammer said the cop was so pissed, he slammed the door on the cruiser as he exited. That karma was about as sweet as syrup on a cookie, inside a pie, inside a cake, and inside a bigger pie with chocolate sprinkles on it. Densely dim-witted degenerate Dominic's driving is so crashtacular. His brain only exists in a little town called Nowhere, as he tries to flee with one wheel missing.
Wow. Oh, shit.
But then it doesn't help that at some point his brakes stopped working, and he keeps crashing into things.
Oh, he fucking just hit another car. Oh no.
After the video ends, he then crashes into the divider. Prozac Pat, who runs the red light and then does this.
Cool. Go in the opposite lane of traffic just to cut people off.
He's so dumb, he forgets to sit down before he poops.
That's not how you do it.
Ready for some good old road rage? Here's what the camera had to say about this incident. Pause to read it. Okay, you read it. Now here's reckless Ronnie with the other traffic cheater out of camera view.
Come on. Seriously. You're gonna do this?
You're gonna hit that guy.
And you're hitting that car. Like, what do you guys think you're doing? All these
Señora
people.
no pegó, pero mi hermana.
What?
Sí,
You're
no
all waiting for the
pegó.
same thing. You're all waiting for the same thing. There it is. It's a no-go.
The way the passenger kept pointing looks like she was trying to justify reckless Ronnie's impatient driving. Hopefully those cheaters were as embarrassed as finally realizing that a thesaurus is not a dinosaur. It all starts when Ian, the idiotic turd hound, passes everyone illegally using the right turn only lane.
Idiot.
When the turd hound is called out, this is what happens.
Camera.
Fuck you, pussy.
Go fuck yourself, dude. Fuck you.
I don't know what language the turd hound was speaking, but it sounded like bullshit.
Fuck off out of here. That's what I thought.
Oh my goodness, what is this idiot doing? Let's go!
With deflated tires, a deflated brain, and brakes the size of milk bottle tops, intellectually impoverished Isaac thought it would be a good idea to use such a vehicle to tow a car. Here's how his drive ended.
Freaking dumb insights.
The camera sent me this clip of some boozy doozy who not only goes straight from the left turn only lane, but ends up driving on the wrong side of the road.
What the fuck, man?
Last second dive for the turn lane, no shoulder check. What could possibly go wrong here? Brainless, block-headed Benjamin, that's what.
God, look at that. Almost had a wreck.
God, what's
There's still no signal.
He's a tourist on vacation whose brain is also on vacation. Dookie Breath Douglas either needs a hug or a toilet. Tell me in the comments below which one you think he needs.
Wow. Jeez Louise. Oh my God.
On today's episode of
3, 2, 1, contact.
Oh shit. And then that car went and hit that truck that's parked.
Holy shit, lady! Oh, Jesus fucking hell!
This impatiently itchy imbecile forgot he's not starring in a Vin Diesel movie. He just has to get around this RV, like, now. There's only one right turn lane, so he uses the straight lane to get around him.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he didn't want to be behind
Want to
that.
be behind them.
Perhaps he's hunting for a bathroom in a hurry for his poopapalooza. All right, let's get the douchometer out. Maddeningly maladjusted Mitch's move is neither cool nor something you should do to impress the ladies.
Very, very much. So I'm just dying to see this.
That was very high on the douchometer.
Gone too far, miss. Might as well go now.
That was what we'd usually put on instead of like TikTok songs. Ah, shit!
Fucking A, dude!
All right, let's get this boondoggle underway. Here comes a motor psycho with no regard for the road rules, or his own life for that matter. He can't be bothered to stay in line, and illegally goes around all of us and into the oncoming turn lane. What else can you expect from someone who suffers from type 2 dull-headedness? This golden Drock delivery driver has serious ego issues and can't handle a honk for something he himself did wrong. We have failed as a human species. Well, maybe just that guy. Such a smart thing to do in a company truck. These two drivers were actually fighting to get ahead of each other for a while before this clip started. The clip ends with the bang, literally. After the collision, both drivers argued and then went their separate ways. This debacle on wheels from J. Pena Plumbing out of Napa runs the stop sign to make a weird U-turn on the wrong side of the street and ends up causing a traffic disruption and confusion. That was about as painful as a high colonic using battery acid.
red light, that guy.
He had to flex a little bit. The right lane is about to end. Here's a sign, another sign, and brightly reflective cones. But what does this glaringly goofy goober do? Change lanes to the ending lane. What are you doing? That lane's ending, you idiot. Whoops. You can't make this shit up. This guy wasn't even allowed coloring books. Hell, he couldn't even get past kindergarten. Oh my god.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shoot.
Oh.
Oh shit. Oh poop. Someone's day is about to be ruined.
Sitting there with the phono. I'm still sitting there.
It's not something that needs to be fixed, it just needs to be affirmed.
Why are you driving on the wrong side of the road? Is it that hard to take the corner? They just had an accident back there, didn't they?
Little.
Wow. Crackhead Kathy's family just keeps on growing like a scrotal tumor. LSD Lila is the one to watch, whose mind has taken a vacation to La La Land. Darwin Awards are being handed out like candy these days. Driving down the corridor of stupidity, you just never know what might happen. Crackhead Kathy's dealer, Amphetamine Adam, appears to be turning from the wrong lane and blindly.
Just made me miss the light.
Here's another angle of the same incident from the other camera's car.
No, but he's on the phone. Oh, dear God.
Amphetamine Adam's family tree looks like a telephone pole, and his car looks like he does this kind of driving all the time.
Yeah, so that lane
What
that is
in the
by the
hell?
Walmart.
Oh my gosh. Dodge drivers.
You know you're at the pinnacle of human excellence when turd-munching Thompson blocks a gas pump with his Tesla. Someone issued a stop payment on his reality check. Dense, dim-witted deadhead Doug passes on the shoulder because he's just got to get to the next red light a couple seconds sooner. I swear, human intelligence is overrated. Tom Whaler, the fart gas inhaler, was diagnosed as a stage 4 dumbass. There he goes. Still on the wrong side of the road. Our friend turns off this road. What a pointless pass. And for what? Oh, did you see that?
Yeah.
Talk about missing your exit, or not missing your exit. Louise Lamebrain is too busy being mentally flaccid to pay attention to the light. Just like the First Lady, she also has an ego the size of Moby's dick. And gets her feelings hurt by the horn. Finger woman, I've heard about you.
You can pull up more, you know.
People have issues. Anal glaucoma is when someone can't see where their ass is going. Myopic Melinda likes free drinks and looks like she's already enjoyed a few as she just cruises right through her red light.
No. Fuck you.
That move was about as dumb as believing that Sir Isaac Newton invented apples. Nobody likes a fart that fools them any more than they like a driver that can't make up their mind. This dumbass dope makes decisions more slowly than frozen piss.
Are you going?
Camera and this blue car are in the straight lane. Narcotic Nicholas thinks the green light for the turn lane is for him. Surprise! It's not, and now he's forced to turn left from the wrong lane. I'm about to encounter the 5-star general of fuck-up fairies. Between the cones directing traffic to stay to the right, traffic in front of her staying to the right, and the road worker directing traffic to stay to the right, dumbass ditzy Debbie misses all the clues.
Oh, what are we doing here? Idiot!
She's so stupid, she probably grabs her Vagisil instead of the toothpaste for her morning brush, if she even brushes her teeth at all, though she could brush up on some observational skills. You're about to see the kind of guy that should have zigged instead of zagged, blowed instead of sucked. And this self-important twat can't wait in line like everyone else and drives up the wrong side of the road to cheat the line. Brian, the blatant, blundering blemish on society, is about to dial the dumb all the way up. He doesn't seem to mind the possibility of testing out Newton's first law of motion on an unsuspecting driver, which unfortunately was me. This guy really gonna try it? I was ready for it, even though I wasn't totally expecting it. His attempt at a last-second exit dive was about as embarrassing as a failed one-cheek sneak at a job interview.
Oh, God. Why is he turning right from the
Asshole move.
left lane?
This guy started out in the far left lane and all of a sudden wants to pull all the way over to the right side. No planning, no common sense, no real use to society, kinda like prosthetic dog balls.
Idiot.
Oh, that was cute.
What the fuck was that?
Crackhead Kathy's junkie uncle, Timmy Two-Faced Turd Toucher's head, is so far up his butt, he has to unzip his fly to brush his teeth. And I feel real bad for his dentist. He starts out by aggressively darting into traffic, but it gets so much worse. He seems to get triggered when this BMW driver speeds past him, and then changes lanes in front of him.
Whoa!
Wow.
After risking a crash, he actually runs the red light.
Look at that.
Holy shit!
This
Here he's at the next red light, and just out of camera view, he runs this light too. There he goes. Oh, he ran the light again.
Yeah, he did.
The great douche Dini will show us his disappearing act. That is, his common sense will magically disappear. Too bad he couldn't have made himself disappear instead. I thought he was turning right. Boy, was I wrong. And yes, both these lanes can proceed straight. We learn as we grow up not to be jerks. But screwy, selfish shitsmear Samantha didn't learn that. Here she's tailgating like a pimple on her ass. And now she can't hold her lane.
He is all over the fucking road. Is he gonna try to pass you? Wow.
She's swerving all over.
Oh, look at that.
But her worst act is the sloppy, illegal pass. Stupid woman doing?
Doesn't matter, don't want to get hit.
She's passing everybody?
She is, and if that's what she wants to do, hope she gets there. Thank God she's not on our ass anymore.
She's tailgating the next person pretty hardcore. Oh, she's
Wow.
all over the road.
This is how head-on collisions happen.
She sure didn't get very far, and once again with terrible lane discipline. Oh, she is gonna hit somebody?
It's just a matter of time.
So close to that other car. Her driving is more worthless than a fart in a spacesuit.
You're an idiot.
Wow.
Boozy Susie would tell you that it's 5 o'clock somewhere, and she's definitely living up to that. She can't stay in her lane. You think this cop will notice?
What is this car doing?
What about this other cop?
Oh my gosh, they're gonna get into an accident.
Everyone makes mistakes, and I guess Boozy Susie's mom made one too, by not swallowing instead. Her grand finale, at least for the camera, is a dive across the lanes as she cuts off the white car and ends up right behind the state trooper. We'll never know if she was ever pulled over. It's hard enough going out into the world and trying not to die.
Oh, Jesus. Did you see that?
I did see that.
Idiot.
But as far as the next guy, when people say, go big or go home, that doesn't apply to exercising one's jackassery skills, unless you're this guy. In his case, he should have skipped going big and just gone home and stayed there. As he continues zigzagging between lanes and cutting people off, he's compensating for his lack of a $5 footlong in his undies. But who's really counting the millimeters? But there's one more dingleberry with a douchewad license who's doing a terrible impression of Dale Earnhardt. This is the closest I've come to getting hit in a very long time. There was maybe a few inches to spare. It happens really fast, so pay attention. he's way over the line. Notice how this guy had no trouble at all staying fully within the lane. That person's driving is as useless as a pair of designer nipples. She's gonna miss her exit.
Sucks to be her.
Wow. Crackhead Kathy's aunt, Roofie Rhonda, had her head destroyed by an excess of keggers in her college years. She's backing out of her parking spot and then does this. And just when you think things are going to improve, they don't. I simply don't have words for the level of stupid you're witnessing right now. But then, this other driver seems to have just fallen asleep. These mentally vacant know-nothings make me wonder if the zombie apocalypse is already upon us. Dickish, dolt, druggy Dave is nuts and is in a huge hurry to get his Lifetime Achievement Award. All this weaving between lanes? And now this fart sniffer wants to get all up in my ass, even though I'm already exceeding the speed limit and passing slower traffic. And now he tries to intimidate me out of his way, even though I already planned on moving over when I was done passing. He just can't stand to have anyone in front of him, and the lanes are about to merge, so he does this. Didn't really get him that far. And now he passes a driver illegally using the center left turn lane. There he goes, passing in the center turn lane. He still didn't get anywhere much faster. Many miles later, look at all that time he didn't save. And a parting honk to rub that in. You're about to meet Adolf Schittler. He's really gonna fight to get ahead while being an offensive crap lord and irritating other drivers. We first see him changing lanes. Again. And again. As I'm about to pass a slower moving big rig, he thinks about squeezing through the tiny shrinking gap, but instead ends up squeezing into this tiny space behind me, to the displeasure of this chauffeur driver. That ups the douchometer already. I want to give this big rig plenty of room before I move over to let faster traffic pass, and for a second, that douche thinks he's going to go around me before I can move over. His desperation to get ahead continues, and it's both angering and comical. After being cut off this second time, chauffeur driver sure isn't happy. Chauffeur is going to return the favor. In a surprising twist, our douche lord actually gives up his position to zipper merge behind this guy. However, he then illegally uses the left turn lane to pass the guy he just let in front of him. Dealing with leaky poop juice, Cock Nugget Corey's poo-poo dance better be real good to justify the type of driving you're about to see. Now there's an image that will haunt your dreams forever.
Wow. Holy shit, that could be an accident. Oh wow, this is gorgeousness.
I have no choice, he's way up there.
Wow, he literally went woo, 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 woo.
Yeah.
He's still doing it.
Oh, there they go. Yeah, they'll pass. 7 over the limit isn't enough. Aggravate them?
Look at this.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really dangerous. Hold that thought.
Dead-headed dipstick Dominic can be an idiot just as much as Chuck Norris can slam a revolving door. He actually wants to turn right at this next light, but he thinks he's gonna fly around me on the left and then cut me off for a last-second dive instead of just waiting patiently behind me. He's unable to cut me off, so he makes his last-second dive behind me. He definitely doesn't need a donkey to make an ass of himself. It turns out that not-so-great minds think alike, because moments later, this shameless turd lord's driving is about as tasteless as a congealed glob of Vegemite that fell behind the stove a few months ago. Apparently, his time is more important than everyone else's. Let's see. Runs the right on red with no turn signal. Illegal U-turn. And then ran the right on red a second time without signaling, saving himself about 10 seconds but risking over $4,000 in fines and court fees for his 5 moving violations. That was about as pathetic as trying to pick your nose with a machete. The 2 straight lanes over here have a red light, and another wannabe porn star. Inattentive, incompetent, imbecilic Irene, who can also only see about 6 inches in front of her, just about blows the light that's been red for a long time. She blows other things too. Then starts reversing as soon as the light then changes to green. Although, I guess she can't be a porn star if she can't see things that are red. The dashcam only started recording when I got back to the car. While I was in this subway getting lunch, the lady driving this Prius came in to get her lunch. So she had been parked here for about 10 minutes before the camera started recording this. Yep, parked very crooked right up to the next parking spot and just left her door open. That's about as stupid as one thinking they could use a lit firework as a tampon. And there she is, Tide Pod Tilly.
Last second dive.
Here in Napa, I'm treated to the antics of crackhead Kathy's brother, who's also her ex-boyfriend, Quaalude Quinn. He starts out with a little difficulty staying within the lines, but his main act of douchebaggery is when he makes a dive across lanes over to the left turn only lane so that he can cheat traffic and get a few more cars ahead. That definitely aroused my douchometer. And look, he got to the red light faster. He's the pimple on society's ass crack. This crusty, ill-tempered crab must be doing the toilet tango after that bad sour cream. Fighting to get ahead? But didn't succeed yet. He finally gains a little ground here as he zips all the way over and continues weaving between lanes in this traffic jam. When have you ever seen a Dodge Charger not being driven by an aggressive shit smear? I haven't ever. After we slowed down somewhat for the toll booth, we sped back up to freeway speed, and these 3 lanes are about to merge into 1 lane. Little did we know, jerk-off Jimmy John was planning to continue passing us on the shoulder after his lane ended, but realized he wasn't going to make it. that was industrial strength idiocy right there. Not even a diamond could cut it.
Wow, Dodge Charger. Yeah, that's the jerk.
Douchebag. That's terrible.
Black people, those black Democrats go along with it. That is pure racism and trying my life.
That was the last second.
We're in a straight-only lane, which has been backed up for miles because of rush hour traffic detouring around a freeway crash. And the right lane finally becomes a right turn-only lane. But shitty Sheila didn't want to wait in the queue like everyone else and decides to bypass the miles-long queue and cut in line. We both had an extremely long day and were very, very tired. Neither one of us noticed her turn signal right away. Nonetheless, she tried to force her way over no matter what. That is when you find out adrenaline is brown and stains underwear. The stupid apocalypse is always upon us. Brain-dead, blockhead, blundering Brody thinks he's gonna save time by passing this driver illegally. But the joke's on him, because up ahead, we ran into road construction, and we sat there for 40 minutes. He risked a $234 ticket, plus court fees, a point on his license, and raised insurance rates, all to get one car ahead and to then immediately sit in construction. Pay close attention to where these 3 lanes are. Keeping that in mind, crackhead Kathy's doltish, dopey cousin on the ingrown family tree, who could be part donkey, is horribly impatient and has to get ahead of everyone. He's about to lane split.
Whoa, whoa, did you see that?
Yeah, I did.
That was super close.
He's the offspring of Satan sleeping around with his sister again. This is a perfect example of don't be nice, be predictable. Dan Dodo Bird's brain and common sense are on permanent holiday. He gives the death wave to this driver who can't adequately see the oncoming lane, and he holds up traffic thinking he's being helpful. He finally gives up his nonsensical and so-called act of kindness. The irony here is that this driver could have turned a lot sooner had Dan Dodo Bird just continued on. He has the brain processing power of a Commodore 64. I'm so glad they've given up on the idea of making flying cars mainstream, because people can't even operate cars properly in two-dimensional space, like Clueless Claudia, who's about to become the anal wart of this highway. This space to the left is not an officially sanctioned merge lane or staging area, but drivers usually treat it as such, and will either wait here for traffic to clear, or they'll use it to get up to speed quickly. But unfortunately, Clueless Claudia does neither of those things, and waits until we get closer to just barge on in. Her reign of highway terror isn't quite over yet. Now she slams on the brakes to change lanes. This is what her improper lane change caused behind us. She's gonna drive with her blinker on for a bit, then turns on her left blinker to move to the right, into the right turn only lane. Then she's going to inexplicably hit the brakes again as traffic in front of her moves off. And now she doesn't want the right turn only lane and moves back over and drives with her blinker on for a while. She'll definitely poop like a champion after eating all that fiber to get to her license at the bottom of that cereal box. Billy Badass is going to show you his Academy Award-winning douchebaggery. This is the shoulder, not a driving lane, but he doesn't care.
Oh, he just passed on the shoulder.
Yeah, you did.
I guess when your drawers have thunder down under, you'll do anything to get to the next red light faster.
Whoa, buddy. Fucker.
sticking in my lane a minute ago. Unfortunately, weird, washed-up Wally, the Uber and Lyft driver, is going to continue this nightmare that we just can't wake up from. He's going to stop in a red zone where he's totally blocking our lane. Oh, lovely. After I honk at him, others honk at him too. Other people are honking at him too. It is truly a nightmare on this street. That was good. There's a pair of speed racers flying up. The second one is trying to fit into a gap that's shrinking faster than someone's ding-dong after getting out of the pool. Crackhead Kathy's sister from another redneck father, Glue Sniff Gladys, picked the wrong day to start sniffing glue. The straight lane has a green light, and the turn lane has a red arrow. Without a turn signal, without getting all the way in the turn lane, and without obeying her red light, she decides at the last second to make a U-turn. What's this lady doing? An ambulance is approaching, and everyone pulls over like they're supposed to. But this guy's gonna be weird. After the ambulance passes, instead of getting going again, he just sits there.
What's this guy doing? Buddy, you're fucking up everything. I don't understand. Jackass?
Now he gestures like he has no idea. His actually using his head and making logical decisions is an exercise of mental origami for him. In today's movie, A Nightmare on This Street, we'll see a tow truck driver from Occidental Towing completely disregard traffic law in a dangerous stunt. This highway becomes one lane because of road construction, hence a temporary traffic light, directing traffic to take turns on the upcoming one-lane stretch. Before our direction even gets a green light, we see the tow truck driver suddenly appear on a blind curve, driving up the wrong side of the highway. It isn't until now that the light goes green. For all he knew, there could have still been oncoming cars. And luckily, the lead car was slow off the line and could have gotten hit by the tow truck had they been faster on the green light. But here's what makes this incident even more dangerous. There's a parking lot up here that he passed on this blind curve where cars could have been turning right out of or turning left into, like we did. This dirt road narrows enough that it effectively becomes one lane for a couple hundred feet. There's a stop sign here, and at the other end of this one-lane section, with a little yellow sign, directing drivers to wait until any oncoming drivers in this lane have cleared. In other words, whoever reaches the stop sign first has the right-of-way to proceed through the lane. But that's too much for Crackhead Kathy's daughter-in-law, Methamphetamine Melanie, to comprehend. This guy got to the stop sign first. She's supposed to wait, but instead ignores the sign and proceeds down. Now there's going to be a standoff.
gonna back up.
The guy in the white truck is a park ranger. The guy in the car is gesturing for her to back up. She complies, but is terrible at backing up, and she allows her left front tire to go over the edge of the road and into the rut and gets herself stuck. The guy yells something out of frustration at her as he goes by.
Not the brightest, are you?
Now she gets a lecture from the park ranger,
I'm just getting to talking to.
but it looks like she's making excuses.
Christ. What the hell?
Her fuck up was bigger than Moby's dick.
Yeah, but you watch. As soon as I go to pull in, somebody will pull in right before me.
We're heading to this gas station and planned on taking a pump on this aisle. Because our gas tank is on the driver's side, and we need to be facing the main street because of where we're heading after filling up. But Snafu Schneider decides to muck things up. He's a courier delivering paperwork to the gas station, but instead of pulling forward so we could reach a gas pump, he blocks both pumps.
Why didn't he pull forward?
I don't know.
What an ass.
Oh good, now maybe he'll leave or scoot forward?
Not this around?
Did he really think we were just sitting here for the hell of it?
Hello? Excuse me. You could at least pull forward? Rude much.
Blocking both gas pumps is what you do when your head is stuffed with cobwebs, and not the good kind. Oh, let's not forget this guy who illegally bypassed the red light by cutting through the gas station. This just may be the slowest driver we've been behind in memorable history. Sammy Slowpoke can accelerate from 0 to 60 in an impressive 24 hours. He's going 20 miles per hour, the speed limit is 55, and we're going downhill. This snail on Xanax routine has gotten real old, real fast, and the guy driving is probably real old, but not real fast. By the time the speed limit goes down to 45, he's finally gotten up to 25. I promise you, I'm playing this video at normal speed. He really was this slow.
Oh dear.
On the side.
This guy's either drunk or something.
Wait.
Okay, now we're speeding this video up for brevity as this ultra slow pace continued. And now we got a break for this gentlest of curves, even though we're already going less than half the speed limit.
I actually think the guy in front of us is really old.
Surprisingly, the drivers behind us took it real well and were extremely patient. But his driving is as worthless as a solar panel in a coffin. Fart Blossom Flora is pulling out of her parking spot, but for some reason, that just isn't close enough to the coffee shop, which is literally right here. There's a bunch of parking here, off to the right, off to the left, but she decides double parking is better. There's nobody in front of her.
What are we waiting for?
Still nobody in front of her. Then she decides to roll the stop sign, no signal, and make a debatably legal U-turn. She's fallen into the black hole of stupidity. Not even light can escape her thick skull. But not that the light bulb in her head ever turned on in the first place. Alright guys, there's a lot more exciting content to come. So be sure to subscribe, hit that bell icon, drop a comment below, give us a thumbs up and share. Also, check out some of our other videos. Thank you for watching.